offense ready to get this thing started and open the season. The returner will field it and bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Gun. The running back has it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Parrish. Lets it fly. Working the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Got a man. It's Black. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stint of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard in this running back.
The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Fires to the middle. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Moving out of the pocket. Working that left side. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover.
Breaks into the open. And they do a really good job, not as easy as it looks, to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first in the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Yeah, and I tell you what, just trust your guy. You know, you got your guy running a corner route. It's man-to-man coverage. Throw it up top. Let him catch it on top of his head. Really nice job by the receiver going and getting that thing.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Gonna look downfield again. Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Owens. Fires to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
So now it's second and long. Sends it back in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They march 78 yards down the field. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wants to throw. It's Parrish. Using the quick game. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give from the gun. Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. On his feet at the 40. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Parrish. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him, fighting off the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Parrish. Skips away from pressure. Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll go to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Back to pass on second down. Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. It's third and goal and third and long. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on fourth. Dropping back, it's Parrish. Looking for the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
That's a really good play by the defender. I think quarterbacks, when they see these routes, and they think they can get these routes pretty much at will because my receivers are so fast. I usually get such a big cushion. And then when they sit down for that comeback route, it's usually open. But that defender says, no, sir, not in my building.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. This time on target. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Rush is on him. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense knew this was going to be the guy the offense was trying to get the football to, so it looks like they've got a plan for him. Nice job.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Steps away to find some room. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. might be calling a hot route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Just a short pass to the tight end. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Scanning the field, it's Parrish. Throwing right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. There's the pressure. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Looking to throw, it's Owens. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. May change this route. Lopez wants to fire. Going for it all. He's got it upright. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Inside the 45. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on first down from the 43. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Lopez to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Baker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The give to the tailback. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Tar Heels will try to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Going for 6. Touchdown Tar Heels. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires to the big fella.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable, but obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
Has to get there to move the sticks. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down.
Sends it downfield. Touchdown, TCU! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Duke. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He wants to change this route. Lopez wants to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense set for a first down play. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
Trying to slam in. Touchdown, UNC! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got it at the 25. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Ball's in the deep ball. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep the...
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch down the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lopez to pass. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Misfired on first down. Back to the air on second. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. With the catch, it's Overton. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. RPO complete. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The Tar Heels will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to take a shot. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Back open in the middle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. Lopez wants to fire. Oh, they're after him! And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the ranking,